Hi guys, how are you all doing today? Hope you are doing good. Happy Sunday to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. I'm coming to you from Germany, Europe. How is everyone doing? Please, if you come in, let me know you are watching. If you can hear me, please let me know. I believe you can hear me. Yeah, thank God you're doing okay. Please, if you come in, help me to share this video. Share. Please click on the share button and share this video so that other people can come in, so that we can get into this topic and be fast about it. You know, I don't like making my videos to be a long one. Thank you. Okay, thank God. Thank you for confirming you can hear me. So this topic is long overdue. After I did a recipe of juice that you can make to shrink fibroids, I got some requests of people asking the kind of food to eat and the kind of food to avoid if you're having fibroids, or if you don't want to have fibroids, or if you want to prevent it. You know, those kind of things you should avoid, the kind of things you should eat. But I don't want to combine the two kinds of food in one video because it's going to be a long one. So I decided to divide it into two. Today, we are going to be talking about the worst food that you have to avoid if you have fibroids, or if you want to prevent it. These things are something that you should avoid if you really want to prevent it, if you want to, bring down the growth of it, reduce how fast it's growing. You have to avoid these foods. And these food are the things that we eat, but sometimes we have to make sacrifices. If you want to be healthier, if we want to get rid of something in our body, we have to sacrifice some food that we enjoy eating. We all have to make sacrifices in one way or the other. Thank you so much for coming in from South Africa. Thank you so much, Zakidon. Okay, you have fibroids. So this food I'm going to be listing today will help you, if you have fibroids, to be able to reduce the growth of it. But if you're feeding your body with this kind of food, they are going to continue to grow and grow faster. So I'm waiting on some people to come in, then we can just go into it. I have some food that you have to avoid to stop the growth of fibroids, to reduce it, to make it not to be growing so fast. Because remember what they say, you are what you eat. Sometimes what we eat results positively or negatively to our body, especially if you have these fibroids in your lineage. Like, people believe it is a genetic kind of sickness, or if you develop it already, you really want to work on it to stop the growth, or to reduce the growth, or to shrink it, in whatever way that your body can carry you, because it's the determination that you have to make. We have to determine to achieve some things in our life. I hope you like my hair tie. I just decided to go like this today. Sometimes we have to remember where we come from. I'm an African woman. This is actually known in my culture, to tie your hair like this, and it looks so cute. Sometimes we go this way. So at least we have up to 40 people online. Some watching me from Mallet, watching me from Ethiopia, Saudi Arabia, Ghana. Thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you so much. Thank you for the topic. Okay, so I believe we know what fibroids are. I might not go into try to discuss what fibroids are. They are just benign growth that grow inside the uterus. They grow inside the uterus. They can start from this small and go big and go big and go big and go big. So if you notice it on time, if you notice you have fibroid on time, it is better to start taking care of it before it escalates to bigger numbers. They can grow as many numbers as possible. They can grow one, it can be 1, 2, 3, and they will be big. They can be 10 and be in smaller sizes. So it depends on any one you have, but the things I'm going to list today will help you if you can avoid these things. And maybe next week or in future, I'm going to do the videos. I'm going to do another video to show you the food, the kind of things you have to be eating. So what are those foods that you have to avoid if you have fibroids? Number 1, red meat. I know it's very hard. I know it's very, very hard for us to remove red meat in our diet, in our food, in our meals, but red meat is an enemy to fibroids. It helps the fibroid to grow. If you consume more of red meat, your fibroid is going to continue to grow. And what is red meat? Some people will say, what is red meat? Red meat is those kind of meat that are red when they are fresh. And this kind of meat comes from every 4-legged animals. Call it cow, call it goat, call it lamb, call it pork. They are all red meat. This kind of meat is not good for somebody that has fibroids. And why? Because this kind of meat, I have some points here in case if you see me looking this side. This kind of meat should be avoided because they are high in added hormones, including estrogen. And estrogen is one thing that makes you have fibroid. If your estrogen is higher than the proestrogen, it makes it to be on a higher, to make your fibroid to grow more and more. If you have more of estrogen, if your hormone is not balanced, one is big and the other side is dilated, it makes you to grow fibroids. And red meat helps this fibroid to grow because it makes your estrogen to be lifted, to be higher, to go up. So that is one meat, that is one food that you have to avoid if you have fibroids. It is not good for us. I know it is very hard because people eat red meat on a daily basis. But if you can avoid it, if you have fibroids, that will help you a lot. And the next thing, the next food that you have to avoid if you have fibroids is high-fat dairy products. Do you eat too much of cheese, fat milk, as in milk that has a lot of fat in them, cow milk, I mean. If you drink that, cheese, butter, those creams that are full with animal milk, there are better options than cow milk. There are better options than eating things that will cause you more harm than good. Every dairy product is not good for you if you have fibroids. They are not good for you because they have significant added hormones that feed the fibroids. When you eat this kind of food, they make the fibroids to grow. Instead of making them to reduce, they are growing them, making them to grow fat. Making them to grow fat wherever they are. So this food is not good for you if you have fibroids, and if you want to reduce fibroid or you have fibroids in your lineage. People say that is one of the ways you get it. If you know you have fibroids, your mother, your sisters, they have fibroid and you have not gotten it already, please avoid this kind of food. Even if you don't have to avoid it, limit how much you eat it. But if you have the fibroids already, try as much as you can just to avoid this food. They are going to help you to get better. They are going to help you to take care of that particular issue. Instead of it preventing it from growing, instead of it dissolving the fibroid, if you eat these kind of things, they make them to add weight, to grow weight, to add weight. And when they add weight, it's not actually good for you, because when your fibroids are growing bigger and they're growing larger in sizes, in numbers, there is no how you will feel better. Your stomach is going to be purging out. During your cycles, you're going to be having heavy bleeding, and you're going to be having pains, and the days of your periods are going to be longer. Let's say, for example, you normally have your periods for, the normal time for period is 5 days. If you're supposed to have this period for 5 days, and your period is getting to 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, almost 10 days, check yourself. In case if you don't know you have this fibroid already and your period are getting longer every month, please visit the hospital. Let the doctor check you. You might have growth. You might have this fibroid in your womb growing. You wouldn't know, because fibroid do not give you any sign. It doesn't. Some people do have it. They don't even know they have it, because it doesn't give them any pain. It doesn't change anything in their body. Maybe it has not started growing big to push out on your stomach for them to know that something is wrong. But when you are having longer days of menstrual cycle, you have to check yourself. Something is wrong. Something is not right. Or you started having back pain, check yourself. Something is not actually right. So fibroids do not give any sign for you to know, especially when it is still small. When it is still small, when it is on a smaller sizes, you might not notice anything. But if they continue to grow and grow and grow, that is when you start noticing that something is wrong. But especially if your days of cycle is changing from 5 days to 7, 10, visit the hospital. So before I deviate from the topic, the next point we have here is you have to avoid foods that are rich in saturated fat. There are saturated and unsaturated fat. Unsaturated fat are the healthy fats. But when you are always feeding your body with saturated fats, you are growing the fibroids. You are making the fibroids to, grow fatter and fatter inside that place. And what are those? Somebody will ask, what are these food that are high in saturated fat? Do you eat more of processed food? For example, cookies, cakes, sweets, pastries, potato chips, mostly packaged food, especially all those things we see as snacks, chocolates, all those things, we eat them, we call them snacks. We eat them, especially when we're on our way, we are traveling, we pack them, we eat them on the way, we eat them when we are watching televisions. We do, try to warm our mouth when we need something to put inside our mouth. Those things are not good for you if you have fibroids. Instead, turn those snacks. Let you be snacking on fruit and vegetables. They will help your body. They will help those fibroids to keep them where they are. And as long as you're not giving them what they want, they don't have any other option than to start shrinking. If you feed them with what they want, that is when they will start growing and adding weight and causing more harm and making your life unbearable, making you not to enjoy yourself, making you not to live the kind of life you want to live, because it will make you uncomfortable. So those things you eat and you see yourself, I'm taking some snacks, I need these potato chips, I need this cake. I'm not saying that sometimes we go to party, we cheat, we eat, but bear it in mind that whatever you eat has good things to give to your body or bad thing to give to your body. So avoid those foods that are high in saturated fat. And why will I say that? These foods that are rich in saturated fat can rise estrogen level. The problem we have in fibroid is the estrogen. We should not make the estrogen level to be high. Let our hormones be balanced. And when it is balanced, it is better for you to manage the fibroid problem. But if the estrogen continue to get higher and higher and higher, that is when you are feeding you're feeding the fibroids, and they will continue to grow bigger. You are allowing the fibroid to grow larger in size because you are feeding the fibroid with saturated fat. The fat that the fibroid do not want, which is good for the fibroid to shrink, or which is good for your body, is the unsaturated fat. I will list those ones in my next video, where I will tell you the kind of food you should eat to be able to manage fibroids. And one thing you have to bear in mind is that this saturated fat food, packaged food, all those food we eat, have nothing to give to the body. They have little or nothing. I would just say, I won't even say little. It have nothing to give to our body. We are just eating them because we want to eat. We have to want to have something in our stomach, but it does not have any nutritional value to give to the body, not to talk of to help reduce the size of those fibroids. So we give our body what the body needs to function, not what the body needs to get sick. That is what is causing some things we are passing through in this time, because we give our body what the body does not want to function effectively. Instead, we give our body what will make the body to get sick. I hope you understand what I mean by that. So the next food here you should avoid if you have fibroids. Thank you so much for watching from Kenya. What are the causes of fibroid? The causes of fibroid actually is not actually known. If somebody cannot pinpoint you have fibroid because of this, because of that, but because the fibroid is caused because your hormones are not balanced. The estrogen levels are higher. It's getting higher. When your hormones are not balanced, it gives the fibroid the rooms, this growth to grow in those wall of the womb. So the next food to avoid here is caffeine. In these days, people drink coffee for different reasons. Some people cannot even live without it. But actually, what do we actually get or benefit from drinking this coffee or caffeine products? If you have fibroids, avoid this food. Okay, they beat me. So if you have fibroid, avoid any food, any product that has to do with caffeine. Cut down on caffeine if you are suffering from this painful, especially if you're having painful fibroid, especially if you're having painful menstrual cycle. Every month you're experiencing this painful menstrual period. When your period is coming, your mind is skipping because it's very painful. You cannot go to work, you can't do anything. You just want to be in the house because you want to be able to manage this thing, and you don't want this thing to disgrace you outside. If you're that kind of person, avoid caffeine. It makes this growth to grow larger and even in sizes. Thank you so much watching from UK, Lenora. So avoid caffeine is not good for you, and this caffeine includes here I will include coffee, chocolate, soft drinks. All those things are not good for you if you're having fibroid, or if you want to stop the growth of fibroid, or if you don't want to have it, you want to prevent having fibroid, please avoid all this food. You are going to benefit more when you avoid this food. Your body is going to thank you a lot if you stop giving it this food. And the fibroid is not going to be happy for you. It's not going to happy with you, but at least you're happy. If the fibroid is not happy with you that you're giving it this food, it does not have any other option than to start shrinking. It doesn't have any other option than to say, this place is not actually conducive for me. I have to go. That is how it is. So avoid food, avoid caffeine. It's going to help you to shrink and reduce the size of the fibroids. My fifth kind of food to avoid is highly salted foods. Some people like adding salt when they want to eat their meal. After warming it, after cooking it, they will add salt, table salt to their food. You are killing your body. You are killing the organs. Apart from fibroids, you are killing the organs. If you have to eat your salt, please cook those salt and reduce the quantity of salt you add in your meals. Reduce the quantity of salt you add in your meals. And please avoid adding salt on your table. In short, remove salt on your dining table. Remove salt on your dining table. It is not good at all. You have to cook your salt. If you must put salt in your food, add it to your meals before you cook it. Don't add raw salt to your food because they are not good. It's not even good for your kidneys. That is the worst enemy to the kidney is salt, as in raw salt. So raw salt is not good for you. It's not good for the liver. You know, our liver, the liver works so much for us because liver is a detoxifier in our body. It removes it goes through all our food. All our food pass through the liver. So the liver cleanses everything that you eat. So if you eat more of salt, it's going to be very bad for your liver because your liver is seeing more of this salt every day. And at the time, it's going to start getting weak for removing those toxins from the body. Highly salted food make you dehydrated. If you're somebody that you always eat too much of salt, you are always dehydrated. It dries away the water in your body. You always want to drink water because you eat too much of salt. And if you're somebody that you do not like drinking water, you are harming your body because you're giving your body too much of salt, which is making your body to get dry. And you don't, on top of it, you do not drink a lot of water. Your body needs water to cleanse your body. Your organs need water to detox your body. The fibroid needs water to reduce in sizes. So if you eat too much of salt, it dries away the water in your body. So avoid too much of salt in your food. It is not good if you have fibroids. And do you know that dehydration causes too much of acidity in your body? Because your system needs water to flush out toxins. And whereby you have made your body to be dry because of too much of salt, your body do not have enough water to remove those toxins, making your system to be acidic. So reduce salt in your food if you have fibroids. That will help you a lot to reduce the size of the fibroids. The hospital you can go that is from Zambia. The hospital you can go to check you if you have fibroids is your gynecologist. Those are the doctor that take care of you when you're pregnant can detect if you have fibroids or not. We call them gynecologists. They will check you. They will scan you like they normally scan if you're pregnant. They scan your whatever they scan to know if you have fibroids or not. So it's your gynecologist that will help you to find out if you have fibroids or not. Thanks, you. Thank you so much for my hair tie. Thank you so much. I have a video where I tie this hair tie, but not on this channel, on my another channel, which is Neki Douglas. That is the name of the channel, Neki Douglas. That is where I normally do other video. I have a channel where I do this, so that is the name, Neki Douglas. If you go there, you will see different styles of hair tie I have done on that channel. Is cold water advisable to take? To me, see my water here is my water. This is warm water. I don't drink cold water. I do not drink cold water, especially now it's winter. I don't even risk drinking cold water. Even in the summer, I try to drink warm water, not to talk of winter that is cold. Please, if you can keep it up to always drink warm water, it helps your body. Do you know why warm water is better than cold water? We these days, we eat too much of food that has oil. And if you eat oily food, and on top of it, you drink cold water, inside your body, that food with the water is going to be congested. It will be very hard for your organs to function or to detox, to go through those kind of food and detox your body. But when you eat, even if you eat that oily food and you drink warm water, it will not be congested. It's going to be easy to go through your body, and your organs will be able to flush out anything that is not good, and keep the nutrients for you. So I would advise you take warm water, not cold water. Okay, thank you, Debut me, for answering that question for me. She said cold water, no. So thank you for that. How many cups of water you can drink a day? On internet you will see to drink about 8 cups of water, but for me, I drink more than that. Drink as much as you can drink in water. Water do not have overdose. Water do not have overdose. If you give your body liquid in a day, your body is going to work better for you. One liter, to me, 1 liter is little. 1 liter of water a day is small. If you have to make it between 2 to 3 liters, just have sometimes there was sometime in the past, I measured the quantity of water I drink every day by getting a gallon. I fill that gallon up. Then I have my warm water in my hot water in my flask. I measure my hot water, I measure my cold water, making it to be 3 liters. So whenever I'm going to drink, I mix the two of them to be able to get my warm water to drink. I measured that to know the quantity of water I have to drink every day. So that will make you to be able to drink water more, because if you keep your water, say this is my target for the day, I want to finish this water for today, it will make you to reach to that target. But if you said, okay, I'll try and drink 8 cups, 10 cups, 12 cups of water today, you might end up not meeting your target. But measure out your water, keep them one side, keep your water on one side. You are going to meet your target by drinking that. Do it, and you see that you will be able to achieve that. So going on to our topic, the next food you have to avoid if you have fibroids is white bread, white rice, pasta, noodles, all those food today, we eat them a lot. And these things I'm saying, I'm not saying that you have to rush into stopping them. I know it's going to be very hard to stop everything immediately, but gradually work your way into avoiding and reducing the quantity you're eating already. So you start from reducing the quantity, and you will see yourself, you will see your body, you're going to notice it. If you reduce these things, you're going to notice a positive change in your body, how your body will start functioning. So avoid white bread, rice, pasta, noodle, because they are not good for the fibroids. They have nothing to offer to your body. They are just sugar. And this thing, when you eat them, because they are white, processed, sort of, they are easy to digest in your body. There's something I'm going to tell you, and I have experienced that. I was like, I watched out to see, because I read it and it happened to me. If you eat white rice, eat white bread, eat pasta, you get hungry faster. After eating this food, highest you will stay 2 hours, you're hungry again to eat something, because this food digests so fast, and when they digest, they go straight to your bloodstream because they have sugar in them. And when you eat them, they go to the bloodstream, it rise up your blood sugar level will go up. So avoid pasta, white rice, white bread. There are other options to these things. You can go for brown rice, brown bread, brown pasta. Those things now have healthier part of it. I know maybe if you're coming from like Nigeria, some African countries, you might not see the other options of this thing I'm saying now, but they are spreading the whole world now. Healthy food are growing, are like reaching out to people, because we have to change this world to start eating healthy things, because lot of sicknesses are just coming every corner, everywhere, because of the kind of things we eat. So avoid this kind of food. Rice, bread, pasta, noodle. These food are easy to digest, like I said, which means that they quickly digest and move into your bloodstream, which means the spike in your insulin. Your insulin level will go up. High estrogen in the body, which is one of the risk factor of growing fibroids. These things make your estrogen level to go high. And when they go high, they causes the fibroid to continue to grow in sizes and in shapes. Avoid this kind of food. Biopasta is asked. Biopasta is good too. It depends on how it is being processed, because sometimes I don't want to say this, I want to say, but it depends on where you are. If you can get the brown pasta, which is made from plant foods that are good for the body, it will be better for your fibroids, if you have fibroids. Yeah, green tea is good for fibroid, but there are green teas that do not have caffeine. If you can get the green teas that do not have caffeine, they are good for your fibroid. Somebody asked the question here, that's what I'm reading. Green tea is good if you have fibroids. Like I said, if you can get the one that do not have fibroids, that do not have caffeine in it, that will help your fibroids to shrink, to reduce in size. Does it mean each person has? Not everyone. There is a saying, I heard that when I was growing up as a child. They said, every woman has fibroids, but the only thing is that your own have not grown. But now what I will tell you is some people have fibroids growth and they do not know they have it because they do not have any symptoms. They have not experienced the symptoms of fibroids. So they will continue their normal life until when they have sign of it and go to hospital. So you know, some people will even have the big one, but it will not give them any sign. Their period will continue to flow normal, not much. Then the size, the fibroids have grown, but they did not notice that they have the fibroids until maybe they will go to hospital to check why they have not gotten pregnant, because some people fibroid prevent them from getting pregnant. So they will go to hospital and try to find out why they have not gotten pregnant, and the doctor will open to them. See it, my darling. This is the reason why you have not been able to conceive. Is because there is growth in your womb. So that kind of person will tell you, I never knew I have fibroids growing inside my womb, because there is no symptoms. The person did not notice any kind of symptoms. That's why the person didn't know that this fibroid has been the prevention of the conception. So the next food to avoid if you're trying to reduce the size of your fibroid, to shrink or to prevent it, is alcohol. Alcohol. Do you drink alcohol? If you are suffering from fibroid, then please stop. Stop, stop, and stop. That will help you a lot. That will make your fibroid not to continue to grow. Because this is not what your body needs to shrink, to reduce the growth. You're feeding on this growth. The growth is there, enjoying this wonderful food you're given to eat. And the thing is they are enjoying and eating and growing big, and you are eating and growing lean. That is not good for your body if you're suffering from fibroid. Excessive consumption of this alcohol is not good for your body, even to your health generally. To your health generally, it's not good to take alcohol, and you take it in a way that your body is used to it. If you don't drink this, it's like something is not complete. Some people are like that. They can't stay in a day without drinking alcohol. They feel like there is something that is missing in their life because they have not taken alcohol in a day. And it has negative impact to these fibroids, to your health. It's making the fibroid to be worse and getting worse. Every day you drink, every day you take this sip, every day you drink this, every day you think I'm enjoying my life, every day you think I am living the life. That's the word. I'm living my life. You are actually feeding on something that is actually destroying your body or making you feel uncomfortable. Because if you have this growth, I don't think you're going to be comfortable, because your circle is not going to be comfortable. If you're somebody that you walk, this thing is going to make you uncomfortable. Whenever you're on your period or your circle, you're not going to feel comfortable. So the next, which is the 8th food that you have to avoid if you have this fibroid, is soy products. Soy is a plant product. Even vegans eat soy as their protein, where they get their protein. But if you are suffering from fibroids, any soy product is not good for you, because it has very high estrogen. The level is very high. Your body do not need soy if you have fibroids. Anything that has soy Do not, just avoid it. Avoid it to help your body work for you to reduce the size of the fibroids. You're just coming in. You came in late. We have already said about 6 points. I think alcohol happens to be the 7th point. I will go through after going through the points, then I will recap on the points that I have said before so that you can get the food that I have mentioned. So as I was saying, soy is not a good product for you, such as tofu, soy milk, soy yogurt, soy ice cream, soy cheese, soy flour for those that use it in baking, soy product, anything that has to do with soy. Avoid them if you are suffering from fibroid. Read the labels of food that you buy. If you buy any food, if you want to be conscious of what goes into your mouth, if you're buying food, please read labels. They will tell you what the food contains on those food, and you know what to get for your body to function well for you. Soy products. Why soy products are not good is because they block the uptake of essential nutrients, essential minerals to the intestinal tract, such as calcium, magnesium, iron, especially zinc. Soy prevents you from absorbing those minerals that will help to reduce the size of fibroids. By so doing, it prevents it from working for you. Instead of working for you, it's making the estrogen level to go high and continue to make the fibroids to grow. So soy product is not good for you. If you're a lover of soy products, please change to something that is going to work for you. Like if you're something that you always drink soy milk, because sometimes people say if I'm a vegan, I eat soy products, tofu, and all those things. They are good. I did not say that they are not healthy, they are not good. They are good, but if you have fibroids, avoid them. They are good for you. They are healthy food, but avoid this food if you have fibroids. And the last point on my list, there are many foods to avoid, but I don't want to make this video to be a long one. The last one on my list is avoid non-food. I say I put it non-food. Non-foods such as soft drinks. I don't know how to group it to a particular food. I say non-food because they are not food. They are something that is made, formulated, put in a bring this and bring this, they put it together and they sell as soft drink. Artificial sweeteners, preservatives, food coloring. If you're always using food coloring in your food, avoid it. Avoid it is not good for reducing fibroids. Avoid preservatives. That is one of the worst enemy for you. That is your worst enemy if you're suffering from fibroid. Preservatives. That is why if you are trying to eat fruit and vegetables, you are advised to go for organic food. You know why they say go to organic food? Because non-organic food mostly have too much of preservatives or pesticides. They use pesticides when they are growing the food to prevent, the destroying of the food, to have more products. They use pesticides. Pesticides, preservatives. Preservatives are those things they use when they're trying to store food in a container or whatever, and they put it to add to the days, to make the days with the food will be able to be good for us to consume. And those preservatives are not good for our system. Generally, for our general health, apart from fibroid, they are not good for us. But if you're suffering from fibroid, avoid most things that have preservatives. That's why if you're suffering from this, you're advised to make your food fresh, eat more of fruit and vegetables. Those ones do not have preservatives. If you eat orange, it doesn't have any preservatives. It might have pesticide, but if you can afford organic, that will be better for you. Always go for fruit and vegetables. That is the way that will help you to reduce the size of your fibroids. So avoid artificial sweeteners, those that like sugar so much. People drink sugar. If you have fibroid and you love drinking sugar, artificial, you like putting too much of sugar in your food, you're drinking tea or you're drinking milk, you want to pack all the sugar and put inside, you are not doing good to your body. You are not actually giving the food, your body, to the right food. You're making your problem to be worse. So these are the foods that you should try to avoid if you have fibroids, because it's going to help your body to work well for you. So for the person that asked me of the points that I mentioned, you came late, but the points we mentioned is to avoid red meat, avoid high salted food, avoid saturated fatty food, avoid high fat dairy products, avoid caffeine, avoid white bread, rice, pasta, then avoid alcohol, avoid non-food. Then you have to avoid things that are high in sugar, things that are too much high in salt, because most of the food that are packaged these days, they have to make it to please almost everybody by adding much sugar, much salt. That is how it's supposed to be. And you are advised to always eat your food at home. If you want to eat out, watch out the quantity of salt that will be in your food, quantity of sugar in those things, and try not to eat too much of cake, cheese. Those things are not good for you if you are suffering from fibroid and you really want to take care of it. No rice, no noodles, no pasta. Pot of potatoes. Potatoes are also not good for fibroids. They're not also good for fibroid, but if you must eat in between the two potatoes, I will say sweet potatoes is much better than the white potatoes, because sweet potatoes has a lot to give to you than the white one, than the Irish potatoes. Yeah. Sugar is dangerous to pure body, root causes of illness. Thank you for that. Do we have supplement which makes fibroid to shrink? There is no particular supplement that will say this supplement is to shrink fibroids. I have not seen that. I have not heard of that. But there are measures that you can take to be able to help to reduce the size of fibroids. When the size of your fibroid is reduced, it's going to the symptoms will reduce, the pain will reduce, the days of your period will reduce, it will start coming back to normal. That will be what foods do one need to shrink them. That will be maybe my next video, my next live video, because I try to do this live, because if I try to do it on a video, it's going to be a long one, and I will not be able to explain everything like I'm explaining it now. I might not be able to explain it if I'm doing video. That's why I try to treat this topic on live video, because I have many questions that I have already answered here, which I will not be able to answer if I do the video on a normal video. I will give you examples of food. There are a lot of food that you have to eat. I will try to group them in a way that you know the kind of foods to eat to help to shrink fibroid. If I have to give you an example of food to eat now, is eat more of fruit and vegetables. Let fruit and vegetables be your friend. And inside that fruit and vegetables, there are different fruit and vegetables that your body needs more for the fibroids. I will not say if honey is good, because honey these days are not more pure. If you can get pure natural honey, that is okay. You don't have to stay away from food that have sugar, because the food that have sugar do not have much side effect than when you're eating artificial sweetener of sugar. Natural sugar is still much more better than artificial sugar. We reject sickness in Jesus' name. Amen. Nobody needs sickness, and we don't need it. Our body do not need it. We need to be healthy, to enjoy life, and to fulfill our purpose of creation. Avocado is better. Avocado is an unsaturated fat, which is a good fat, not saturated fat. So avocado is good for you. Avocado is actually good for the womb. Even if you don't have fibroids, avocado is good for reproductive organ of a woman in particular. Nuts are good, but not too much of it. Nut is also where you can get your unsaturated fats instead of eating all those saturated fats of things that are not good. So I'm trying to answer the questions and trying to read through the things I get here. Today's video is getting a little bit longer, but I know I expected it to be like this because this has been a very demanded video that I have to make. So if you are joining us just now, I will advise you go through from the beginning and listen to the topics that the points that I just mentioned, the kind of foods to avoid if you're having fibroid, or if you want to prevent it, or if you want to reduce it. Even if you don't have it now, you don't want to have it in the future, avoid this food, reduce the quantity. If you don't have it already, reduce the quantity of food that you eat. That will help you a lot. If you have to do something to reduce this fibroid, it's all about lifestyle change. I used to say that often. Lifestyle change is all we need to avoid some sicknesses, to reduce some bad things of how we feel, to cleanse our body, to make our body to be what we want it to be, is a lifestyle change. It's not all about getting away of one food from your food and you're still eating another thing that is not good. Lifestyle change is all we need to be able to shrink fibroid, to be able to reduce fibroid, to be able to prevent fibroid, and to be able to stay healthy, to avoid oncoming sicknesses or anything flying around us. If you make a lifestyle change, you're going to be healthier and you're going to be moving your health from one level. You'll be going like this because you're making changes. You are removing one thing or the other. It's all about sacrifices. You sacrifice something for something better. You sacrifice something that do not actually matter much to you to get something that matter much to you. Because we all want to live. We all want to be healthy. We all want to live and, especially take care of our children, or have children, or marry, or make money, or do some things in life. So we have to be healthy. It's only this body we have. So we have to actually take care of this body to be able to achieve all those things. So that will come to the end of this live video today. I thank everyone that jumped in. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your thumbs up. I appreciate you all. And like I said in my last video, I will be giving a shout out to 2 people in every of my video. Even if I am not doing a video that you're seeing me, sometimes, we might not be in the mood of doing a video where you can see us or something like that. If you're a YouTuber, you understand what I'm saying. So, but I will be giving a shout out to 2 people on each of my videos for now. I don't know how long it's going to last. It's just to appreciate you all for coming in, for watching my videos, for supporting me, giving you a shout out, noticing your presence, that I am seeing you all, and I appreciate everything that you have been doing to help our family grow each day. So that is what I think I will do. So after doing that one, in the time future, I will be like showcasing some of our, if you are my subscriber and you are a YouTuber, you are doing this kind of videos, I do natural remedy videos, I will once in a while share your video on my community tab so that people will also support you and watch your videos and help you grow. I know we are all in this struggle together. We struggle a lot, especially these days on YouTube. YouTube is now a struggle. So that is one thing I will also be doing in time future, not now. For now, I will be doing a shout out. Then maybe in future, I will be helping one or two people by sharing their videos on the community tab. So thank you so much once again, and keep on watching my videos. When you see my video pop up, I appreciate you all. I see all your comments. I thank you for all that you have done, and I will see you very, very soon in my next video. Bye-bye. Love you all.